Hello and welcome to the Tarkus Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today I go with Ego and we're changing the blades. I'm going to show you how easy this was. I've actually already changed them. That's how easy it was. Took some decking here, a piece of decking that I had, touches the bumper right here. The other piece of the board touches the frame that's attached to the wheels. And then I just used this car jack, simple mode, and jacked it up. It's not moving. I obviously had to apply the brake, make sure you have the brake on. Well, you'll see by just jacking that up, I had plenty of space to get under here and change the blades. The blades were simple. I just put a 15mm socket on there and I just took them off. Now, when I put them back on, I added a chemical or a compound called Never Seize. You can get that off Amazon, Ace, or Lowell's. It's called Never Seize. It allows you to get the blades off, easier when you want to replace them again. I was able to do both blades by just jacking up this tractor. As you can see, the wheel can't be more than 7 inches off the ground. I had plenty of clearance to get underneath here and change these blades. And it was simple mode. It was easy mode. So let's look at the old blades real quick. These are the blades I complained about in one of my past videos. And look at this thing. Look at this blade. Let me get it in focus here. Just chipped the hell all the way. Look at all the chips in this blade. And I can tell you, I think this is obviously a manufacturer defect blade, because the other blade that was on it, no issues. Look at that. That blade, no issues, no problem. This is the blade that was compromised. Look at that. I mean, it's not like, both blades would have been in the same mowing of my property, right? So if they were both, made the same, metal-wise, you would see both damage, right? Or no damage, right? I'm sure by looking at a split here, by just looking at this blade that I've mowed, I've got 6 hours on the tractor. Most of it's kind of this mowing. And as you can see how nice this thing's mowed for me with the bad blades. And now that we've got the new blades on, I am going to take it for a ride and do some cutting, and we're going to look at the cutting after the new blades. I'm going to lower this to the ground, and then we're going to take it for a mow, and we're going to do that at the back end of this video. This is the box they gave us with the blades, the new blades. Ego sent these to me for free. They felt bad that I was having problems, and as you can see, I think validates my concern when only in 6 hours of mowing, it looks like this thing got beat up pretty. It looked like I had just ran over a big rock, which I promise I had not done. Yeah. The paperwork shows you how to take the deck off. So if you want to take the deck off in approaching your changing of your blades, you can do that by following these instructions. Again, I did this. Now, if you had something that you could put a ratchet strap above you, like from a ceiling or from a good column, I was even thinking of, before I got the jack out, I was thinking of actually drilling a hole here, a 3-inch hole here on the other side of this beam, and putting a ratchet strap through the hole and have this beam here, and then just tie the ratchet strap, drive the tractor in there, tie the ratchet strap to this point and this point, like a V, and then have the ratchet strap go up. I bet I could have ratchet strapped just using that 2x4 because that thing's so light. It just ratchet strapped it up to the height that I needed. But I had the jack. So if you have a way to ratchet strap this thing, I would just put a cord here, come up to a V, and at the top of the V, put your main thing, and that would go up to your support, and just ratchet strap, and it would lift it. Just make sure the brake's on, okay? You would be able to ratchet strap this without a problem, because the thing is so light that it's not an engine like in the normal sense where it's really, really heavy, things really light. This was easy mode, guys. This was the easiest blade changing I have done in a very long time. Normally it's a to-do, it's a half-day affair. I think I'm all in with getting the blades off, getting the blades back on. I think I was all in 15 minutes. So I'm gonna pause the video here and we're gonna see the back end video with it cutting. Okay, here we are at the back end of my property for the exit to the Emmons Island Haunted Trail. See this grass? I just mowed this on the second blade speed with that tractor, and it mowed it. It chewed it up. Those new blades are night and day. To give you an understanding of what we just mowed grass like that. See how tall this grass is? That's what was here when I mowed it just a few minutes ago. I mean, it's not folding the grass, it's cutting the grass perfect. I just missed this. I actually just missed this spot here. You can see how tall that grass was. This was wet, the ground is spongy. This thing just chewed it up with the new blades. So that's what the problem was, the blades. I got a bad pair of blades, or at least one blade as we could see. This thing, I am now loving it. I mean, we're gonna talk about the steering because that's one of the things I do wanna talk about in my next video, I promise. It's not that the steering is not the best. It's just, you would think you'd get better performance out of it for a $4,000 tractor. And again, we'll get into that in a future video. This video was about the blades. I replaced them. I am happy. Tarkus Zone happiness. All right, well, thank you for joining me.